The shy one had a date. Not sure how I feel about that yet. Good morning, everyone. We are back. It is well, yesterday was Emancipation Day. Well, the shy one had a date. Not sure how I feel about that yet, but the shy one had a date. So we took her and her date out. We let them do their thing. Auntie and I went to see a movie and we had a good time. We got home very late, but today we're back. We're hoping to get water. All right, they opened this up. So we are finally getting water. This is the key. This is really important because it's been so dry. Even with all that rain that we got early in the year, the last few weeks have been very, very dry. This is the time of year it gets very dry. So we want to get as much water, and we want to get water into the swale now so it can irrigate the system. Now that we've got water flowing through the system, that's a good sign. They've got the water level here surprisingly high. We get over there by the bees, this place is very wet. And that's because they've got the water here. They said they were going to do an awful lot of work here, and they did half of it. Not even half of it. They're still supposed to be doing some work with this canal, but they never did. While we wait for the water to fill up the swale system, in fact, we're just going to let the water do that. We're going to come back here and get back to work over here in the timber section. This whole area is overgrown and we need to get it back under control. And he's going to be at this for a long time. Unfortunately, there's a lot of work here. So he's just going to be working at this. And when I get back this afternoon, we're going to plant timber trees here. I've got ebonies over here that need to be planted. So since I've got these ebonies that need to be planted, we're going to plant the ebonies, and but that's this afternoon. Now this morning he's going to be doing what he was doing the other day, digging up this grass. If we do this right, when the lignum vitae are available at the end of this month, we should be able to just get out here and put them right in the ground right away. And the sooner they're in the ground, the better off. This month is going to be very, very dry. Then come the rains in September and October. So we want to get all this grass up and then get our trees in the ground before the rains, so when the rains come, those trees get the benefit of the rains. That's one of the reasons that I'm so focused on getting this done. We're going to be getting more trees to fill the area that we don't have trees. Now, I had an interesting conversation with the guy from forestry because the mahogany that we have here is not the Honduran mahogany. The mahogany we have is Jamaican mahogany. Now, what I've read tells me that the Honduran is the most sought after. But according to the guy from forestry, the Jamaican is actually more valuable. The problem with the Jamaican is that you don't get as much, but the wood you get from the Jamaican actually creates a better finish, and therefore it's a more valuable. We're not trying to grow fast, we're trying to grow the best. I wasn't sure. When I heard that it was the Jamaican mahogany, I was a little frustrated, but from what I've been told, the Jamaican mahogany is actually better than the Honduran mahogany. They're doing very well here, so it would be foolish to dig them out and replace them. They're planted, they're planted. We're just going to keep at it and get them going well. We are back. It's later in the afternoon. The swales are doing exactly what they're designed to do. We've got water flowing through the swales. They've gone into all the branches and they've now watered all of the banana circles. I brought some lemongrass. We're going to get some lemongrass in the ground, some trees in the ground. Right over here we've got a blue maho. Then here we've got an ebony. And right in between them, we're going to plant this one lemongrass. And then on the other side of that is a cedar, so in between those two is another lemongrass. The biggest problem we have is this clay. When it gets hot and dry, this clay just bakes and becomes, well, what happens when you take clay and put it in an oven? It just becomes rock hard. As soon as we get this stuff done, we're going to bring some wood chips and bury everything and give it a good thorough watering. Every time I put some more in, I'm going to replant it in pots at the house so we have a steady supply. The important part is a steady supply. I need this lemongrass to be in when the rains start. Once the rains take hold, this stuff will take over, and that's the important part. But in order for that to happen, I need to keep propagating. So I've dug out a few more of these. These are the lemongrass that we planted. There's one here, one over there, and another one there. We planted these. Again, the goal is to get them established. Once the rains come, they'll explode. Unfortunately, it's getting late, so we're not going to mulch these in today. We planted 7 ebonies as well, and they're scattered throughout this area. It's a lot to do here, and it's a slow, steady progress. A little bit every day, and it's showing results. Like I said, the guy from forestry said he was very happy with the results that we're seeing here. In fact, he said he was impressed. We're going to have a hard time because we got to get into this real heavy grass. But for now, we're just digging up all this grass before it gets out of control. Then we'll work our way into the other real tall grass soon. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. We are headed home. We'll be back tomorrow.